Hey guys, it's a market update. We have to admit at this point that this big breakout we were hoping for up to 140k is not happening right now. Look, it's hard to say that this is a failure because we've hit a new all-time high, but we've got a few weeks of consolidation, a little bit of a sell-off. Maybe it's around the month end. Maybe people are, taking profits of the month, or options are expiring or something. Just a bit of a consolidation here. I was hoping for a big move up to 140, but doesn't seem to be happening right now. By the way, bear with me on the potato camera and microphone. We'll be back to normal next week, so don't worry about it. But for right now, look, Bitcoin is consolidating in the summer, but the rest of this bull market, we go way higher, and I'll show you why I think that in this video. So if you trade crypto and you don't have a Bybit account, go down to the description, click that link when you sign up and make any deposit. They'll give you a deposit bonus to trade with. If you're a whale, you have a huge deposit there, all the way up to $30,000 they'll give you to trade with as a deposit bonus. A lot of people are looking at the Fed and trying to figure out what they're going to do, because our generation, I think, has been conditioned to just look at what the Fed is doing, because my pretty much entire career has been, very low interest rates, money printing from central banks, and that's driven markets, right? So that's what we all look at. However, this cycle is very different because the policy from specifically the US is way different. We've not had this in our lifetimes, right? So essentially the entire game is currency stimulus. Currency stimulus, push up prices, push up GDP, push up inflation, debase previous debt. That is the entire game. Where is that currency stimulus coming from? Our entire generation have had it from central banks. But what if it doesn't come from the Fed, but actually comes from other central banks and other commercial banks in other countries, right? Pushing those dollars into the States, pushing GDP and inflation higher in the States, pushing asset prices higher in the States. So not the Fed, who are still doing QT right now. Interest rates are really high. People are very worried about that, but they're kind of ignoring trillions of dollars worth of currency stimulus that can pour into the States over the next few years. That's bullish for Bitcoin, right? 350 billion investment from Korea. And then you're looking at others as well, like Japan, 550 billion. The Middle East is cumulatively, I think, trillions of dollars worth of investment, right? So Trump, he's a free markets guy, right? He wants competition from other central banks, all of them creating currency, competing with each other, forcing it into the States, rather than giving the Fed, who he clearly despises, complete 100% authoritarian control over currency creation, money printing. He's saying, I'll take that away from you and I'll give it to these other central banks who can compete to create dollars and stimulate prices in the States. It's clever, it's different, but this is nonetheless currency stimulus. Trillions of dollars worth, right? That's just from Japan and Korea, 900 billion. And the others from the Middle East, right? Huge currency stimulus flowing into the States, pushing asset prices higher. So that's good for assets, right? Now, yes, tariffs as well, right? 150 billion in tariffs. Huge tariffs has gone out, right? 1st of August was the big tariffs around the world. So a lot of countries just have, let's say 20% or more tariff on them now. And that's a lot of cancelling of currency, a tax, right? Higher tax, but he's basically given it all back through the big, beautiful bill anyway. So, if you actually look at the expenditures of the government, right, they're going up. The game is the base currency, print currency, right? We've got institutions who can literally print this currency out of thin air, right? So whoever does it, if it's the Fed, if it's other commercial banks, if it's central banks around the world, doesn't matter, right? Printing currency, currency stimulus, force asset prices higher, force inflation higher, force GDP higher. Print money to get people to work. That's the game. And so if you work, don't save in this, right? Save in assets. That is the entire thing. Why we're in Bitcoin, right? And why I'm still in Bitcoin. I'm still in my short-term trades. I think we'll go higher this cycle. And this is the trade of our generation, right? I'm in this trade fully for our entire generation. There's nothing else here, right? There's basically 3 or 4 assets that are worldwide fungible, right? S&P 500, NASDAQ index, which is basically almost the same thing anyway, right? Just a little bit more focus on the Mag 7. Gold and then Bitcoin, right? Gold, not for me. Bitcoin is the new digital version, digital capital, right? Much better, and just much better in every way, much more desirable. S&P and NASDAQ, good if you're part of the rich kind of Western area that you can actually gain access to those, but most of the world can't even gain access to that either, right? So it's basically gold or Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin, isn't it, right? Digital. Everyone's got a mobile phone. It's Bitcoin. The trader our generation, we know currency is going to get absolutely smashed. In fact, the US now are setting up investment accounts for newborn kids, right? $1,000 into an investment account where they buy the S&P. So the admin, right, the Trump admin, the highest office in the land, is telling you the currency is garbage. We're just going to print this thing. Where's that $1,000 coming from? It has to come from debt creation, right? So whoever holds the debt is paying for Americans to invest and save assets in equities, and whoever's got the currency, that's what you're paying for that. That's coming out of your wages, your savings, your value. So get out of the currency and get into strong assets. Are the Fed going to cut interest rates, and when? Well, yes, I think they're probably too high. Inflation is not soft. And with this amount of investment pouring into the States, right? Trillions of dollars pouring into the States, that's your inflation. They need inflation, right? Does the Fed need to cut interest rates for markets to go higher? No, we're at all-time highs already, right? As long as the currency is being debased and currency stimulus is flowing in, it doesn't matter where it's coming from, right? It's just that everyone's looking at the Fed because for 20 years, that was the only institution that could pump markets. Not anymore. If you've got other central banks in other countries creating currency, pouring dollars, recycling dollars back into the States, that's dollar stimulus. So are the Fed going to cut rates? Probably at some point. If inflation is 2.5, and they're at 4.5, they can come down, right? They definitely can come down. It affects the housing market a lot, for sure, around the world. But other markets, is the stock market reliant on interest rates? Not really, right? Look at the Mag 7, which is responsible for all of the stock market gains, right, in the S&P. They don't need to take debt, right? They've got trillions of dollars they're sitting on cumulatively that they can invest. They're not affected by interest rates. So housing is affected by interest rates. Pump housing prices by dropping interest rates. Okay, that's just one market though, right? So do they need to cut interest rates to go for Bitcoin to go higher? I don't think so, right? But they might, and I'm sure Trump said this week that he had heard that they're cutting in September. Heard from who, right? Maybe it's just, they're pushing again and again. If it's September or later, does it even matter that much for Bitcoin? I'm not really sure, right? But anyway, if you look at this, another data point that the Fed is looking at, Powell mentioned that it is focused on PDFP, which is a mix of different data points that show domestic GDP, kind of domestic production and output, right? Because he's saying that tariffs are, making the data very unreliable. But in any case, you can see it's dropping off a little bit. Look, this doesn't matter. The Fed are just going to make up God knows what stories because no, we can't cut yet, and tariffs are inflationary even though they haven't been, right? They're just pushing it out. Powell just wants to push it out. He's got the Jackson Hole speech in August. Maybe he pushes it out to September or the meeting after. It doesn't really matter for Bitcoin, right? If you're taking a mortgage, maybe it matters, right? Swings in net exports continue to affect the data. Recent indicators suggest that growth of the economy moderated in the first half instead of continuing to expand. This is in the latest meeting. So he's saying that growth is moderating. That's giving them some potential reason to get a bit softer. The unemployment rate remains low. However, if you look at other data points, jobs hard to get are actually, the unemployment rate is going much higher. So we can pore over the data as much as we want, but it doesn't actually matter if you're trying to buy Bitcoin, right? The currency must be debased. If there's any weakness in data, the Fed are going to react, bring things lower to pump markets again because inflation is necessary. Inflation is necessary. The government of the United States is literally selling their currency down the river and buying assets with it, right? So if you're in that currency, you're paying for American citizens being born right now to have $1,000 in a savings account. Don't hold any fiat currency, only enough to pay your liabilities, and invest in strong assets like Bitcoin and anything else that you might want to invest in. In any case, if you trade Bitcoin and crypto, Bybit deposit bonus down below. I'll also be updating the crypto investor course with this one video about my really long-term outlook for Bitcoin. A lot of people like that long-term chart. I want to explain it in full detail for everyone in the course. If you've got the course, I'll update the video for free for you as always. If you don't, link below, you can check it out and all the videos and the updates there. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.